Simply's YouTube channel. My name is Ty Franklin, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about one of the most popular asked questions by beginner wholesalers and real estate investors. And that is, what list should I be pulling to find the most motivated seller leads? Now, before we jump into that, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can get notified about more videos just like this one. So what is list pulling? List pulling, simply put, is the process of gathering property addresses from potential motivated sellers and compiling them into a list so you can prepare it for marketing. This is generally the second step in your process following identifying a market when it comes to finding off-market deals. List pulling is a vital step in your process of finding off-market deals because it provides you with opportunities that will ultimately convert into motivated seller leads. Your list of property addresses ultimately serve as fuel for your marketing process. For me, when it comes to pulling lists, I like to identify what my seller avatar is. Pretty much, who is this particular seller that I'm trying to target? For an example, if I'm pulling a list, I want to make sure I'm pulling the most motivated sellers that I can potentially find. So an example of this would be a pre-foreclosure list. And the reason why I want to pull this pre-foreclosure list is because this type of seller behind on their mortgage payments or they owe back taxes that they need to do something to act fast or they'll lose their house. Now that's just one example of a list that you can pull to generate motivated seller leads. Now, one thing I like to tell people is that pretty much all of the list works. It just depends on your level of consistency and the type of marketing that you utilize for these particular lists. Now, here's some examples of some other lists that you can pull to help you generate motivated seller leads. You can get a probate list. A probate list is pretty much someone who inherited a property from someone that passed away, more than likely. So you gather this list and you can reach out to that seller because they may not know what to do with that property and they may not want the burden of having that property. So the chances are they'll be more likely to sell that property. The next one on the list is absentee owners, which is my favorite. These owners of these properties are pretty much people who do not primarily occupy that residence. So this property might be a property that they inherited. It might be a property that they are renting out. It may be a property that they have rented out and it might be sitting vacant. So the chances of them selling this property is more likely than them selling the one that they currently occupy. The next list you can pull are code violations. These property owners are getting notified and notices on their property and possibly fined for the property not being up to code. Not being up to code may mean that the property may not be kept well, may have uncut grass, broken windows, trash or debris in the driveways. So obviously these property owners aren't taking care of the property. This is a good property owner to target in order to generate motivated seller leads. Next list you can pull are tax delinquent. These property owners are behind on their taxes. They haven't been paying their taxes for a couple of years, and this leads to foreclosure. So this is a good list to pull as well. Another list that you can pull are fire damaged properties. The fire department was pretty much notified that there was a fire at the property. It may have been big, it may have been small, but either way, there has been fire damage reported to this particular property, and this leads to motivated sellers. Water shutoff list is another list that you can pull. Pretty much with water shutoff lists, the water company has been notified that this particular property does not have current water going to it, or they are delinquent on paying their water bill, so they shut the water off. And the last one I want to give you guys today is expired listings. These are pretty much properties that were listed on the market but hasn't sold for whatever reason. It could be the property was overpriced, the property required more repairs, or it was a bad real estate agent representing the seller. And those are just some examples of lists that you can pull that you can add to your database and prepare it for your marketing so you can generate motivated seller leads. Now the next question that you may have is, where do you pull these lists? And there's plenty of plays you can gather these lists. You can drive for dollars and identify properties that look in distress. You can utilize software and pull these lists offline, or you can go directly to the county websites or the city websites and request these lists. Sometimes these lists are available on the websites for free, and other times you might have to call or email these county representatives to get that list. But however you do it, pulling lists and having property addresses and property owners to reach out to and market to is going to be the fuel to getting motivated seller leads, as well as generating contracts and closing deals in your business. I hope that you found this video helpful and valuable. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. I'll see you in the next one.